What's up with Crypto Muscle? Coming to another YouTube video. Here we are. International now, we're watching this is where it's at Crypto Muscle. And the Crypto Muscle Network coming to you with another YouTube video. And so, let's talk about Bitaveo, alright? So, Bitaveo, we're going to go over in a minute how long it's been running. But so far, so good. Bitaveo is taking a nice slow roll approach, and you know, they understand how taking the thing, nice and slow, at the same time providing daily, I guess you could say, rewards, earnings, profits, interest, dividends, all the interchangeable words you want to use. Is you can earn up to 1%, right, depending on the plan you go into. And so they feel that it's something that's maintainable and sustainable for the long term, despite the ebbs and flows of the market and all that. It's just something that they are trying to just, continue to run and let it just maintain, all right, to stay sane. Is why? Because all these things that keep falling out of the space, they just decided they wanted to give something that they feel can benefit everybody, including themselves too, obviously. So with that, advanced digital asset strategy. All right, so they have their story. It's currently now been 16 days. All right, and so far so good, right? A little over 2 weeks. 70,444 in, 6,723 paid out. So they're just taking it nice and slow, And I think as people start to recognize and see how things are going and flowing, that they'll be like, okay, you know what? This is something that they could really go into and dig into. So yeah, you can see you can earn up to 1% daily, right? At the same time, you can see that it's a commitment, right? So 30 days, yeah, you can make 0.4% daily. 30 days, that's in that funds range. You guys, sometimes I always like to bring up funds because it was a great platform. Funds, that thing ran for I think nearly 2 years. And that was given right there, 12% monthly, because it's a 30-day plan here, so 12%. So yeah, it was given 12% monthly on it, and give or take, sometimes a little bit more, a little bit less. They say they pay up to 15%, and I don't think they ever did though for funds, but I don't think it ever fell below, I think maybe 10% in a month. So that gives you an idea of how well that maintained for a long time. This one, even at 0.5 daily for 45%, 90 days, you break that down, that's 15% a month. That's not bad either. That's still, well below the kind of I guess the median plan, the plan, of anything is, when you find anything that's like 1% on average a day, that's kind of like, if you've been in crypto as long as I have on these platforms, it's one of those things where it's kind of like our baseline. Right? We see something that's 1%, we're like, okay, that's what we want. And then we're so used to 1% or more that, when it goes under that, like these plans here, it's like, oh shit, it's less than 1%, because for a lot of people, this is good, but for people that's been in for a long time like us, that sounds small. But I've also been in it long enough to understand that, hey, you know what? I play it in all different areas, whether it's high risk, medium, low risk. I play it all, right? And, varying percentages daily. So I can have something like this for me to be in. And if it goes for the long term, shit, there's nothing wrong with that. we all welcome that. And I think anybody that wants to get started in this kind of platform, this is a good way to go too, because these are numbers that can go for a very long time. And so that's always the biggest concern, is how long can it go, right? Do they go on forever? No. In a perfect world, maybe, but in our world, no. We would love to, but it's just one of those things that just doesn't happen, all right? And part of it is also going to be your mindset too. You have to accept that these things will not last forever. All right, these things will just going to last as long as the people behind it are going to make it last. And on top of that, it's a balance, right? They're going to maintain it as long as we continue to be a contributor to it, right? Whether we are taking daily profits, whether we're making deposits, it's all a concerted effort among all people to make this thing grow and flow. All right, so if we don't have that and one of those cogs fall off, then it could be closer to the end than maintaining and flowing than it is at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just one of those things. I saw the 1%. I was like, I gotta go for the 1%. So I went in for the 1%, and you could do what you ever want, whatever you want to do, right? Some platforms, I'm afraid to commit that long. I see platforms where it says 180, 365 days and stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't know. All right, so I've seen those kind of platforms, but with this one, I'm more confident, and that's why I went in with the 1%, 365 days. Even these other rates here, I could go in as well, but man, just the 1% is more appealing though. I don't know if it is to you, but it is to me. Just the 1%. All right, but these other rates are not bad either. When you put it together, they're really not bad. They're actually all pretty good rates. And you know what's also good too? It doesn't matter. There's no minimums or maxes per plan. It's just across the board. $25. Doesn't matter which one it is. Up to $500,000. Doesn't matter which one it is. You want to do it for 30 days? All right. You want to do it for 365 and get a bigger daily percentage? All right. And compounding is available if you choose to. But keep in mind, though, that I've always looked at compounding as, well, you are foregoing your money, and that money's going to get to someone else that's going to take it, right? Because you're passing your payday because you want to grow your deposit, and then someone else is going to take that money that's available. They're going to say, all right, I'm going to do a withdrawal and take it, all right? You're passing your money in hopes that your bigger ballooned deposit is going to give you a bigger payday. But we can't think that way. In crypto, you gotta. Compounding sounds nice, but you always gotta take the money. That's what it is. Always take the money. So Bitcoin, Litecoin, Tether, BNB, Ethereum, Dash, Ripple, Doge, Tron, Matic, Stellar, Bitcoin Cash. You always gotta take the money, alright? Take the money. Anytime you get it, you take it. Alright? That's one of those things that you can't get enough, I guess you say, preaching for, is you gotta take the money. Don't listen to these dweebs out there like Marco's dickhead and stuff that said, oh, compound for a bigger payday, and 1,000 could become 60,000, right? And all that other bullshit stuff. All right, screw those guys. All right, that's why he's a dick. He don't give a fuck. All right, and that's the bottom line. That's the truth. Jan, Marcos, who else are dweebs out there? Fucking dicks. There's another one. Oh, Malachi. Screw him too. All right, screw all these fools. Andy. All right, all these different ass bags. They're all a clique. And screw Dora too. They're all this clique, and they don't give a damn about you. They're selfish, and on the surface, they act like they want to help you, but then underlying, they're trying to scheme on you, because all they care about is what goes into their wallet, right? They don't give a damn. So here it is, Bitaveo, $90 balance. All right, so far I've withdrawn 360 of the 3,000 I originally put in. So I'm gonna hit the withdraw. Let's get it. 90. It's not bad. 90 is not a bad payday. And when you think about it, the last time I talked about Bitaveo was Monday, so $90 in 3 to 4 days is not bad at all. I'll take it. So let's see here. Put this in. Always turn on 2FA. Always make sure you see your wallet and recognize that that's your wallet address and be like, yep, that's mine. Because sometimes some fools can be sneaky, right? They'll get in, not change a thing except that wallet address. So you go in there, you go through the motions without paying attention. The next thing you know, they're getting your money. It happens to people. And yeah, it's just one of those things. So you gotta be very, very careful. All right, so make a deposit, sign up right, pick your plan, boom, 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 whichever one you want. I'm in the diamond plan. Put in $3,000, boom, USDT. You can also do Tron, Bitcoin, BP. Whoops. The BNB, USDT, Ethereum, USDT on the Ethereum network, Litecoin, Doge, Ripple, Dash, Matic, USDT Matic, right? These two are very rare, but they're Stellar, Bitcoin Cash, and BUSD. BUSD is being phased out anyways in 4 days. May 6th, they're being phased out of Binance. No longer going to be the crypto of I guess stable dollar wise. Yeah, so you pick it. Pick your crypto, the amount. If you want to compound, make deposit. So there it is. All right, and then you're in. So I've been in now. You see here, still got another 349 days. So been in for 16 days right there. That shows you. I could change the compound if I wanted to also, but I'm all about just taking the money. Take the money. All right, so that's where it's at. Bitaveo or Bitaveo, since everything's a bit. So Bitaveo. All right, they also have video tutorials if you need it. Any other FAQs? They don't pay instant, obviously. They say they pay within, I think it was like 24 to 48 hours. But every time I've done it so far in the very beginning here, they've paid it within the same hour, you know. So that's what it's been for me personally. They also have promo materials too if you want to, you know, check out and distribute promo materials. That's in regards to the Bitaveo link here. Every time I think Aveo, I always think about that car. I don't know if you guys know the car, the Chevy Aveo. Right, those things are tiny little hatchback car and trash cars. I don't know, that's what I think about Aveo for that Chevy car. But other than that, Bitaveo is better than that car. Alright, and so far so good with it. But yeah, you got a lot of different array of choices to grow your crypto. They have different social medias if you want to be a part of. Telegram group is very important to be a part of as well, because that's always the first stop, first place where that communication takes place in terms of just anything going on, whether it's maintenance, issues, whatever it is that may be. All right, that Telegram is always kind of like the first place to get that information, and that's why I'm always on top of it. All right, because all these other fools out there, they don't tell you nothing, man. When shit hits the fan, they don't tell you nothing. I tell it when it comes. Anyhow, that's your latest here, Bitaveo. Comment down below, links down below, subscribe to everything I got. I'll see you next one.